Hey folks, this is part one of my extra credit presentation regarding our social psychology class. It is moving over here. It's basically a presentation on how to help students coming in and what would be things that help them. The thing I really want to talk about right now is social penetration theory. In its simplest form, social penetration theory is essentially the theory that whenever we reach a new environment or anything that we're unfamiliar with, we have to penetrate, as the title of the theory suggests, we have to penetrate the upper layers or the upper strata of that certain something until we can actually get to a point where it matters. So, if I have an example, I don't think I do. I don't just have an onion in my drawer, but thinking of it like Shrek, how ogres have layers, that was a really good way of putting it because sure, I'll use this. Sorry about that. It's essentially like anything else. This doesn't work. It's like anything else. You have to go through the outer boundaries in order to reach the innermost parts that you want to reach. So, sorry. I don't know if you'll really see that. No. Anyway, like an onion, the very most top layer is just kind of papery and has no substance to it. And naturally, when you first meet, let's say, your first employer, when you first get your first job, it's just kind of like, you don't know what's going on. You don't know the dynamic that the people already working there have. You don't know the relationships there. You just kind of know this is John, he's my coworker. This is Maria, my coworker. And that's just how it works. As more time passes, you get to the second layer and the third layer, which is evaluation, understanding, and if you're in that kind of situation, it could reach to friendship and then deeper levels because there's no intimacy or really even real understanding in the tougher layers. People, not everyone, but people can be very defensive and they want to protect themselves. A lot of people have much harder selves than other people, and it takes a lot longer to get to that inner core. So it's all about slowly chipping away at it like an onion in order to get to that core. It's all about social penetration to get to the inner core. It takes time, and that's a lot of people don't understand, especially when it comes to relationships, because it's very easy to try to do things fast and hard because that's just how you're going by the seat of your pants. But that's not the really way. It's not the ideal way to do things because it's fragile. You go at something so hard, it might break on impact. So whatever it may be, that friendship might not be as deep as you'd like it to be because it doesn't have that proper foundation. It's like laying a plank over something versus building an actual bridge. Sure, the plank will get you there faster, but the bridge is sturdy and it'll be able to put up with things that the plank can't. So if there was some kind of rocky problem in the friendship, for example, if there was a fight, or but going back to the employment example, if you got in some kind of trouble, let's say you messed up with a customer and you got in trouble, having that steady relationship with your employer, with the friend, and knowing them on a deeper level than just employer, and knowing them as, let's say, your boss Steve and you Joe, having that very human connection and being able to establish empathy with that person would make it much easier and make any fallout much easier to do with because you have a more substantial relationship. And that's kind of the goal of what college and really this whole human experience is all about, is getting through things on a deeper level. And you don't have to let everyone in, and something that some people do struggle with is letting too many people in too easily or not letting them at all. So it's about discerning who you want to let through that strata and allow them into your deeper levels. And you really don't have to do that with that many people. Having 2 or 3 close friends or even less is more than fine. So quality over quantity. But it's also about realizing that you have those people in the first place. And that's part 1.